Good morning, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Munyon. I'm checking in with the Inquiry Lab on page 375, and it's all about number lines. And the thing I really want to check in with you on is negative numbers. And sometimes students of mine, they can be a little bit frightened of negative numbers, but I want you to understand that you already know a lot about negative numbers. For instance, if we were talking about temperature and I said, oh, this wintry day, it's negative 5 degrees outside. Well, you would right away go, whoa, below zero? That's freezing. So, right there, you know that negative is less than a whole number, right? Uh, Another way that you know negative numbers is maybe you've borrowed money from grandma or auntie, okay? And so now you owe that person money, right? Like you're at Walmart, you see something you'd really like to have, you don't have enough money for it, but auntie or whoever says, "Hey, I'll get it for you, but you need to pay me back." So now you owe them money. That's negative, a negative amount of money that you have. You now have less than $0 because as soon as you get some money, you have to give it to someone else, right? Okay, so you truly do know quite a bit about negative numbers. So here we're talking about below ground in this first one. So let's see what's going on here. Just as you can graph integers on a number line, you can graph positive and negative fractions and decimals. So recall that positive numbers are to the right of zero and negative on a number line, and negative numbers are to the left of zero. So this number line is just up and down. Here's our zero. So everything below zero would be a negative number, and everything above zero would be a positive number. Just like a thermometer. If this were a thermometer, ooh, I could work on that, right? And this were 0 degrees, this would be -1 degree, -2 degrees. Okay, so same thing here. All right, the only thing they've done is they added a little decimal, which that doesn't frighten us. Let's just fill in what would go here. Notice they didn't put every single digit here. But if this is 0.4 and this is 0.8, what would be halfway? 6. So this is going to be 0, 0.2. So then we have 2, 4. This one's going to be 0.6, 2, 4, 6, 8. And 10 is the next whole number. And the other way, we have -2. So this is going to be negative 0.4, -6246. So the next one is negative 0.8, 2468. Okay, notice how in a way, as the numbers get further away from zero, they seem to be getting larger, but it's just a greater distance from zero is how you should think of that. A greater distance from zero. Okay, that's why it seems like the numbers are getting larger, because it's a measurement of how far from zero. Okay, so let's take a look at this. The sandcastle is above sea level. Its height is greater than zero on the number line. So draw a dot at, I didn't even read the question, did I? Complete the number line. So draw a dot to represent the sandcastle. So if we drew a little dotted line here, that'd be about 0.6 above the ground, right? Or 6/10 above the ground. Or maybe, I don't know what this is in. Maybe it's in feet. Oh, here we go. I didn't read the directions. Marcus and Silvio are at the beach. Marcus builds a sandcastle 0.6 meters high. Remember, 0.5 equals half, right? So this is a little bit more than half a meter. Silvio digs a hole in the sand 0.8 meters deep. Oh, so here's Silvio's hole and here's Marcus's sandcastle. All right, so 0.6. Oh, So 0.6, 0.6 to represent the sandcastle. And then the hole was 0.8, right? The hole was 0.8 meters deep. So draw a dot at negative 0.8 to represent the hole, because remember, we're below the ground. So it's going to be negative 0.8. Okay, negative 0.8. All right, so that's what you're working with. You're just thinking about measurements that are more than, they're a whole or a whole and a decimal, they're more than zero or less than zero, a positive number or a negative number. All right, so go try some of those out, see how it feels. All right, remember, it's just like temperature, below zero, above zero temperatures. Okay, all right, have fun.